If African women were so powerful, why did they accept a man with many wives? People ask this question a lot, but they ask it without understanding how African families, laws, and traditions truly worked. What many don't know is this: in most African societies, women held enormous power, and marriage was built on protection, community, and choice, not control. Long before Europe said, a woman's place is in the kitchen, African women were leaders, advisors, warriors, and kingmakers. In places like Dahomey, women served as royal guards. In the Ashanti kingdom, the Queen Mother, Ohima, could overrule the king. Among the Igbo, women held the Umuada council, no village decision stood if the women rejected it. And among the Yoruba, the Iyalode represented the political voice of all women, commanding respect even from the king. In many African cultures, a king could not declare war until the women approved. If the women said no, then no army moved. That is how highly women were valued. So why accept a man with many wives? Because polygamy was never about disrespect, it was about community, economy, protection, and survival. Africa was a place where no one went hungry because families were big, farms were large, and work was shared. A large household meant more hands to farm, trade, cook, protect, and raise children. It created stability. But not every man could marry many wives. There were rules. The man had to prove he could provide food, shelter, clothing, farmland, cattle. The community had to approve the marriage. The woman's family had to agree, and she herself had to accept. If she was mistreated, she could leave without shame, because a woman was not property. Her voice mattered, and her safety came first. This was not a system of abuse. It was a family connection system built on respect and responsibility. Women were never owned. They kept their own farms, their own markets, their own wealth, and their own identities. In many places, children belonged to the mother's lineage, not the father's, another sign of women's power. Women accepted polygamy not because they were weak, but because they had rights, protection, and choices. They lived in societies where the community made sure no woman suffered alone, where another wife meant support, not competition, and where a woman could walk away if the marriage no longer served her. African women were powerful then, and their influence shaped entire kingdoms. This was the truth behind the tradition.